Houseplant Resource Center, and today I want to talk to you about an unusual plant that you need in your life, and that is a new plant I just got. I'm so excited about it. It is the fishhook plant, and it's so cool. It came to me as part of my Houseplant Shop Subscription Box, where I get 2 new plants every month. It's really fun because you never know what you're going to get in one of those boxes, and they have some different, they have succulent ones, they have regular houseplants, and they have actually a rare houseplant box, and so I'm subscribed to all of them, but this is one I got in my box this month. I'm super excited. It is a fishhook plant, and I'll insert some pictures. You know, sometimes you just see so many of the same plants. You know, we all love fiddle leaf figs, we all love pothos, we all love, you know, the monsteras. Of course, I love all of these and I have all of these, but sometimes you just want something different, something unusual, where people are going to come into your home and say, wow, what is that? And so this is one of those plants. And so subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this, and give this video a thumbs up. And if you have a plant that you love that's kind of your unusual plant, post it in the comment, because I would love to get one into my life. So what is a fishhook plant? So first of all, it's a succulent, and so it's related to string of pearls. They're actually all in the astrid family, and they're one of these string succulent plants. There's a variety of these, and they come in different shapes and sizes, and they're all just really unusual. Senecio radicans is the name. What is confusing is that's also the exact same name as string of bananas, which looks similar but looks a little bit different, and so I'll insert some photos here so you can tell the difference between fish hooks and string of bananas. What I love about these plants are the names. You know, the names really sum up and tell you exactly what they are, and I think it's so cute. So I'll show you a couple different string succulent plants here. So first, a string of watermelon, then we have string of pearls. I think string of pearls is really the most common string succulent plant that you see out there. String of bananas, which has the same botanical name as the fishhook plant. String of tears, which are little bitty baby bananas, and then the fishhook plant here. My mom also has one that's called a donkey's tail, so I will insert a picture of that. I think that's really cool too. I just love the names, I love the way they look, and they're just so unique. Here is the string of bananas, and so this obviously looks exactly like bananas. It is very similar to the fishhook plant, but it's just a little bit different, and I personally don't like it quite as much. I don't think it's quite as unique. Whereas you have here a string of pearls. I love these plants. I know a lot of people out there have them. They're pretty easy to grow, and they're pretty tolerant of different conditions. I have friends that have them outside, out near the desert, and so they're very tolerant to heat and to drought, and they also grow really well inside, and I think they're just beautiful. And then here you can see a fishhook, and the shape of the fishhook plant is just about the same, and so it's you don't wonder where they got their name. And they're also this unique color, so they're this silvery blue-green color. It's kind of a cool color scheme, and so if you have that in your life, kind of this you know, cool, calming color palette in your home, maybe in your bedroom, or you know, maybe somewhere in your home, this is a perfect addition to that room to just kind of give this calming force. They're actually native to South Africa. What's interesting about where they grow in the wild in South Africa is that they grow really well in warmer conditions, but they do not tolerate freeze. And so if they freeze, they will die. And so you will see them at low levels of elevation, but as soon as the elevation gets higher, you won't see them anymore because they do not tolerate freezing. The way that you care for these plants is pretty basic. You put them in cactus soil because they are succulents. Don't overwater them. They like to be kept on the really dry side, and they like plenty of light. So they could be burned if they're in direct hot afternoon sun, but it's not that common, so I would err on the side of too much light and just watch them, see how they do, see if they look like they're getting a little too hot in the afternoon. And like I said, they don't handle freezing, so keep them warm. One of the reasons that I think that you need this plant in your life is, first of all, it's unusual. Second of all, they could not be easier to grow, and so they're a great plant that is not going to give you a lot of problems. You only need to water them sometimes once a month, depending on the soil and the potting and the size of your plant. So think about it. You could water them maybe 10 to 12 times a year, and they will do well. You can ask for a lower maintenance houseplant. They grow really quickly. You can grow them as kind of a creeping plant. They also trail really beautifully, and so they are really fast growing, and they're very responsive to fertilizer. And so we have indoor plant food that is the perfect formula for these types of plants, and where they're one of the only succulents that actually does respond really well to fertilizer. Others are snake plants, and the other string succulent plants do really well with fertilizer. And also they're cheap. So you can get cuttings of these plants, and they're super, super easy to plant cuttings. They have a very high success rate of planting cuttings. You can get cuttings for $4.99. But even easier is you could just buy the whole plant for $7.99. And so this plant is normally $9.99 at $7.99 on houseplantshop.com. And this is the plant that I have. So they couldn't be cheaper or easier to grow. And so I just love them for beginners. And I just think they're so beautiful. They're so unique. You could try different pots pots. You could try different, maybe stoneware, just give them a different style and a different aesthetic. I just think they're amazing, and they're different. You can grow them as a trailing plant. There aren't that many amazing trailing plants out there that are that common and that easy to grow, and so I think they're just a great solution. And you can actually grow them indoors and out, and so there's a lot of people in San Diego that have them outdoors as part of, say you have a palm tree in a pot, or something in a pot, a succulent in a pot, and you want the thriller. You have the thriller, the filler, and the spiller. If you want the spiller, this makes a really good spiller, is the fishhook plant. Maybe my favorite thing about them is they're so easy to propagate, and so you can propagate them by their individual little leaves, the little fishhooks themselves, or by just cutting the tendrils themselves and replanting them. And so they have aerial roots, and I'll zoom in on these aerial roots on my plant. They propagate super easily, super quickly. You can do soil or water. You could use our propagation promoter to help grow the roots a little bit quicker, and they respond really well to propagation. So your mother plant will respond well to being pruned and propagated and actually grow even better. And then you can actually put the cuttings back into the mother plant to create kind of a thicker plant, or you can plant into a new area. You could put them outdoors. You could fill into other arrangements that you have. And so that's one of the coolest things, is that you can propagate them. I'm actually going to take a cutting of my mom's donkey tail today to take home and plant as a house plant. And so you could give them to friends. And what I really want to do is to create an arrangement of 3 different string succulents. So I'm going to do my fishhook, I'm going to do the donkey tail, and then I think I'll probably do a string of pearls to put in 3 different hangers in the same corner of my office. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. Subscribe to our channel, give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more unusual houseplants that you need in your life, and join our plant ID group. If you have a plant that you're not sure of what it is, you can go on Facebook, post a picture, and experts will ID it for you. And of course, you can save 10% if you want to buy indoor plant food. So click the link below to save 10% on our indoor plant product that is perfect for the fishhook plant. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.